It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back as we take a deep breath and get excited for hopefully another major moment for our Springbok ladies. The 2025 Women's Rugby World Cup kicks off in England officially from the 22nd of this month till the 27th of September. 16 teams vying across 8 host cities. England, New Zealand, France, Canada and rising nations like South Africa promise some high drama as record crowds and momentum fuel an unforgettable competition. And of course, Zoe Human, a False Bay women's rugby player, joins us to unpack the upcoming tournament with an old man, our new man. Okay, Morgan, thanks for sticking around, but I know you are as excited about this weekend. How you feeling, Zoe? It's arrived.
I'm about to have no social life, and I'm excited for it.
It's okay. That's okay.
It's going to be good.
Up against Brazil for our opening game, we connected with the ladies as they were doing battle with the Black Ferns. Absolutely amazing. Let's talk about this team, who I know you absolutely know and love. There's some depth in the squad now. Talk us through how you're feeling.
Listen, I think we are in our best possible situation going into this Brazil game. I'm excited for it. It's also not a situation of we're going up against the best of our pool first. Brazil, out of everyone we have, is most likely our easiest win should we want to take it. Yeah. So
I can see Morgan getting nervous just hearing you say the words easy as a coach.
Should
be, yeah.
Out of the odds?
In your heart of hearts, how are you feeling about this campaign? Because we are obviously major underdogs when we look at the ecosystem of women's rugby at the moment. But the girls have earned their right to be there, man.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. I mean, Zoe hits the nail on the head. We're in the perfect spot, I think. You know, if you think, considering coming off the back of a very good victory against the Black Ferns in Cape Town, you know, instead of building a little bit of momentum, there's been massive investment into our women's game. And going there with in quiet confidence, you're almost happy to go down as massive underdogs. Big pack, you know, the old South African way.
And they play the physical game, yeah.
Correct, you know, led very well. It's sort of a backline that can be quite elusive, you know. I think, you know, Nadine Roos, of course, big in terms of, I guess, setting that backline alight, impact. I'm quietly confident, funnily enough.
I like it. And I think this is a great way to approach a tournament like this. We've got to get through the group stages first.
Yes.
Brazil, obviously, we're looking at just being the softest target there. Italy and France, not so much.
I think
how are we feeling about our group?
If we look at it, France is obviously our main competition, and I think everything relies on our game against Italy. Our hope is that we will be able to beat the 25th ranked Brazil, and that we will maybe contend against Italy, because, I mean, when you look at the WXV2, I mean, they're always a major force when we play against Italy, and hopefully, fingers crossed, this is the time we beat them. This is the moment.
Well, and the ladies seem ready to grasp these moments, and that's quite a thing when you can see a culture of willing or an understanding kicking in like that, and they proved that against the Black Ferns. There was another gear that we hadn't seen with the ladies. If we look at the opposition, can England be beaten? Have England been beaten? When were England
it's so
beaten?
funny you talk about this, because I don't know how it followed my doorstep, but England haven't lost. Yes, we spoke about the fact that they lost at the World Cup last time, but they haven't lost since the last World Cup. So going there, I saw an interview with the English women's coach, and she talks about this team being perfectly primed. But that being said, the World Cup is a whole different kettle of fish. We all know this, you know.
We've seen a perfectly primed French team host a World Cup and that not get them through the line.
And we know England struggles to make it to the finals.
BMT is not necessarily part of their makeup. And so, again, you know, I think we're just in a position where let's go about our business very quietly. Let's get a big victory against the Brazilians. And then I think, you know, I've spoken to so many rugby pundits around the world, and I think for South Africa, let's get out of the group stages. Yeah. That is a victory in itself. Do you know what I mean?
So we need to have those. I'm just thinking of the American universities that are going to be tuning in and colleges to look at the South African girls play. There is an opportunity.
We are so strong, and I think we are so unique in terms of what we offer and have to offer this game. It's going to be good.
It's going to be, I hope, as expansive as we saw the ladies get against the Black Ferns. Who are you most excited about seeing? Whose World Cup is this going to be? I keep mentioning Nadine because I have a very deep emotional connection.
Agreed.
And I think that we haven't seen the best of her yet. She's just got so much potential. But who gets you fired up?
As a player or a team?
As a player.
As a player, I love seeing Asezahele on the field. I think she has something really special. She just motors, you know. If you had a pole in front of you, she'd probably run through it.
Yeah, I love that. We're going to see some young stars hopefully put their hand up, and an opportunity to say thank you to the ladies that have given everything to this game. We look at this rugby era like it's always been like this, and it really hasn't for the women's game. It's absolutely massive. We're going to see record attendance, and I think that's what England do really well with women's sport. They really do support. How much of a shift do you think, and I'll put this to both of you, have we seen in the women's game now that is being exemplified in this World Cup? Maybe Zoe?
What do you think?
Well, I think the reality is, the investment that has been, from a South African point of view, we've seen it quite clearly. There's a massive investment into women empowerment, women's sport, and I think we're reaping the rewards. I mean, for us to be represented at the World Cup, number one, is a massive step in the right direction. And as I said, there's a lot of players there that are on display for potential contracts around the world. And so that
even as the words come out your mouth, I'm thinking of these young women walking out into that stadium. What do you think it's going to be like for these players to play in a sold-out international stadium like that?
I think it's going to be incredible. I think that our women players around the world have never been marketed to the world as
masses,
we are being now. And I think the impact of this, we are going to see come the next World Cup, not only for our South African women's rugby team, but women's rugby in general. It's about like a 300% increase in ticket sales since the last World Cup.
Well, can I just claim it for the South African female cricket players? Because we suddenly saw the spike in the consumption of women's sport on TV rise when we hosted the T20 World Cup.
And it is Women's Month, so I mean, let's do it for the ladies.
The stars are aligned, but most importantly, we are that +1 for our ladies. I love the fact that we are all so emotionally invested in their journey. Good luck this weekend. I know it's going to be difficult.
I'm excited.
Do you sit on your hands? Do you hold something? What do you do? I don't know.
I will be quietly confident as well.
Yeah, I just have to leave the room from time to time. But the bottom line is there is a way that you can connect and become that +1 on a whole other level. So we want to hear from you. We want you to tell us who is your favorite Springbok women's player on our socials. Preach it from the mountaintops, and you could win a signed Springbok women's jersey. And I would imagine this one, based on the timing, is going to be very special. Don't forget to add that #+1, #Bok Friday on everything that you're doing today. Competition can be found on our website. That's expressoshow.com. From a fan viewer's perspective, good luck this weekend on all fronts.
We'll take it.
Good luck.